everyone, this is VJoseph32, and this will be the last What's on Deck for the year, because I will be, as I mentioned in my update video if you saw it, going out of town for just a little bit during the holidays, and I won't be able to record my weekly videos. There also won't be any unboxings because I won't be home to unbox anything. I will be back. I believe I will be back with a new What's on Deck video on the 31st, and probably an unboxing video as well around that time, 30th or the 31st. So stay tuned for that. Let's get on to what's going on in the world of playing cards. I will still have deck reviews up. I have to record some more. I've recorded some. If there's any videos or any decks I've unboxed over the last couple of weeks that you want to see reviews on, please comment. And never mind, because by the time I get this video up, I won't have time to do any more videos. So forget I said that. But if there are any you want to see, you can comment, and I will get to them in the new year if I don't before then. So that means that let's get on to the world of playing cards. Let's start off with Kickstarter. Let's see what is new. A lot of games, apparently. We got, oh yes, the Ring playing cards by Galaxy Designs is back, relaunched. They've relaunched it with a much lower roll, though it seems they have upped the prices of the decks just a little bit. We already looked at that one before, so I don't think we really need to look at it again. It's the same thing, printed by USB-C. They misspelled the mat. Just saying. $6 US for the first 72 hours isn't bad, but then it goes up. I'm not sure how they could raise the price and lower the goal at the same time. It was, before it did not fund, it was canceled. It wasn't going to make it, more than likely. I'm not sure how he's able to, like I said, afford USB-C printing for such a small goal, but it is what it is. Next, we got Mighty Kingdoms, and let me say, I'm all for making affordable decks of cards, but does that does making it affordable mean that it needs to lack design? Anyways, next up, we got Mighty Kingdoms playing cards by Lovro Borik. 27% funded, 27 days to go. How nice. My face is, there it is. Let's have a look. Look at this one as well. It's, we said that already. I don't think it's going to fund. Just my gut feeling. Especially, now is a horrible time to launch projects. As you can see, in the last couple of weeks, last few weeks really, there has been no major projects from any of the major creators. Because they know, at this time of the year, most people are doing a lot of Christmas shopping, Hanukkah shopping, whatever. Buying gifts, spending all the money, going into debt, and backing a project on Kickstarter is the last thing on most people's mind, especially for a playing card project. Anyways, this one's the Mighty Kingdoms. They talk about the history of playing cards, and they talk about the traditional court cards. They have the traditional court card figures here, as you can see, Alexander, Caesar, David, and Solomon. Very nicely done. I'm not sure about the gold pips in the background, but then again, it's just, looking at the cards from a bit of a distance, it might be better up close in person. But fairly traditional looking, but completely custom and unique at the same time. 11 euros each, not a bad price. The bat design is okay. I'm not sure how those borders are going to work. I also don't believe it says who's printing them. The blue deck is a stretch goal. Probably not going to hit because they're probably not going to fund anyway. Interesting Joker. They have stretch goals as well for embossing and foil. Pretty nice aces, ace pips, and cards in general artwork. It's not bad. But it doesn't say who's printing them and whatnot. That's a bit disappointing and is a turnoff for a lot of backers, no doubt. Next up, we've got 50 free magicians by Mark Shortland. This one is funded, well funded, because it had a very low goal apparently. 16 days to go. No idea who's printing it as well. Oh wow. A 500-pound goal. Alrighty then. That's what you get for the faces. The faces on every card have different magicians. And you're supposed to be able to distinguish them by their look and or the effect they're performing. Who's the Ace of Clubs? Is that supposed to be Copperfield flying? Obviously this is a bullet trick by Penn and Teller. Bullet Cats. And that's what you get. There's no pips or anything like that. It's just an index with artwork. Not really my cup of tea. But, I mean, I'm all for showcasing all sorts of different magicians and their effects. And then you get to the back design, which is incredibly disappointing. It's pretty much a typographic deck with the names of all 53 magicians on the back design. At least it's mirror image, and the color is not bad. Again, though, it doesn't say who's producing it. There's 54 cards, so not USB-C. That's for sure. Or is it? No, sorry. 55 cards. Still not USB-C. It says 310 GSM win finish, so I'm assuming MPC, but it doesn't specify. Overall, not bad. It's not really my cup of tea. Hello, neighbors. Next up, let's just go through the rest of the projects on Kickstarter. Because we already looked at the rest. The Zero de Euro. I'm not very good with French. It was never my strong subject in school. Definitely not. By Alexander Petty is funded. 24 days to go. AKA the Ravenswood Academy. It's not bad. I'm not sure it specifies who's printing it. I think they were saying it depends on the funding. Sedare Zakura by Seema Buckley is 15% funded, 23 days to go. I don't see it happening at this rate. But it's not a bad deck or concept. What's up? By GGM Board Games, which is more game than anything, but they have an index, so it could be used as a standard deck of cards. Is 2% funded, 22 days to go. Horribly funded. It's not going to fund. Horrible one-way back design that says, what's up? On it. 1001 Nights from Art Playing Cards is 75% funded, 24 days to go. There's a chance it funds. It's not bad, but it's not, at the top of my list or anything like that for Kickstarter decks right now. Undeaf Playing Cards by Dylan Prescott, 52% funded, 21 days to go. I was looking at this, and I just don't know if it's going to fund. Because of a lack of backers, and I'm sure he's lost some backers along the way. That being said, he does have more backers with this project than some of his previous projects. But I was looking at most of his previous projects, he had about 20, 30 backers. And this one has got 64 backers. The most he's had was 100-something on one of his first projects. If not his first one, the Stained Glass Cardistry deck. Which is probably his nicest deck so far. But, I mean, $20 US for a USB-C deck, that's pricey. The artwork doesn't look that great in these pictures. For some reason, it just looks a little grainy. Unless that's what it's supposed to look like. I guess they are. But I don't understand that. It's like it's got like the grainy look from a currency. I don't see how it works on this kind of theme. And then you got these weird pips that aren't bad. They got wings on them. But the thing is, you look at the indexes. One index has just got a pip. The other's got a pip with wings. But that's not reflected on the actual cards, so it's kind of strange. And then the back design, it doesn't really fit. The top case has color to it when the cards don't have color. It's just kind of weird all around, and I'm not sure it's going to get the support. Cardistry playing cards by JD14, 18% funded, 12 days to go. I don't think it's going to happen. Again, too much writing on the back design. People always complain about that, and here they decide, let's just make the whole back design words. New. Oriental Memory playing cards by Stone, which I believe is in conjunction with Bokobo, is well funded, 13 days to go. Wasn't really my cup of tea. U.S. Military Pinups Global War on Terrorism by U.S. Mil Pin. Funded, 19 days to go. Again, not really my cup of tea, but it's not horrible. Invasion. Playing cards by Rattle Subtle is 85% funded, 26 days to go. If I don't recall correctly, that one wasn't too bad. Werewolf playing cards by Four Hogs Looty Booster, 56% funded, 5 days to go. I don't see it happening at this rate. Geometric Abstraction playing cards, which is a marked deck apparently by Perpetual Arts and Design Company, 50% funded, 14 days to go. Not going to happen. I don't see it happening. I mean, it may happen, but I don't see it happening. To me, personally, I look at this artwork and everything, and then I compare it to the previous deck, the Moon Phases, and this seems, as I said before, like a major step down. They could do much better, in my opinion. And, I mean, part of the reason why I might not be funding more is because of the artwork. Part of it might be because they haven't fulfilled the last project and people don't know whether to trust them or not. Part of it might be because of the holiday season. There could be, multiple factors as to why this one isn't doing better. And like I said, I don't see it happening. Royal Heroes by Mystic World, 25% funded, 44 days to go. And if you watch my videos regularly, you know my feeling on projects that have 2 months for funding. And that is that they're probably not good. Bicycle Stained Glass Leviathan playing cards by Collectible Playing Cards is well funded, 12 days to go. I like it. I will check it out in the future. Crazy Kings by Lee Lucas, 75% funded, 7 days to go. May or may not happen. It's going to be down to the wire. I guess we'll find out. Or I'll find out. I won't have a video up to check it out next week, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Decks of Lore Elven playing cards by Decks of Lore, 33% funded, 17 days to go. I don't think it's going to happen. Kingdom playing cards by Marcos Bessa, which is a pretty weird deck, if I recall correctly, with a lot more cards than a standard poker deck, but with traditional poker elements or indexes. 43% funded, 21 days to go. I don't think it's going to happen. Military Pinup playing cards by Adjet.com, funded, 9 days to go. It was an okay deck of cards. Hidden King Luxury Editions by Bump Magic is funded, 6 days to go. They're hoping to hit, I think it's $99,000 Hong Kong, to unlock another deck, a Jungle Edition, which is only going to be available, much to my dismay, to people who pledge for $100 or more. I think that's not really fair, or in the spirit of Kickstarter. It should be available to anyone who wants it. I don't think that people who have a lot of money to spend, or a lot of money to waste, should be the only ones who get special perks. That's just my opinion. Everyone should get the same treatment. Tentel playing cards by Bokobo is funded, well funded, 6 days to go. Loteria playing cards by D Nigma, 53% funded, 6 days to go. Sadly, I don't think that one's going to happen. Genesis playing cards by Genesis playing cards, 6% funded, 21 days to go. Definitely not going to happen at this rate. Fractured playing cards by Saxton Cards, 22% funded, 5 days to go. Not going to happen at this rate. Definitely not. Fracture playing cards by Reborn Magicians, 36% funded, 33 days to go. Not going to happen at this rate. Oriental playing cards Black Edition by Riffle Shuffle, funded, 20 hours to go. I will pick it up later on. I just think it's weird they call it Black Edition when the other deck, the original one, actually has black backs, and this one's going to have red backs. I don't know what they're thinking, but it is what it is. And that's it for Kickstarter. Let's check out Indiegogo really quickly for the hell of it. It's been a while since we looked at it. I'm curious to see if there's anything on there. Are we expecting anything? Nothing like a good glass of orange juice. Come on today. Alright, let's see if there's anything playing card related. On Indiegogo, very quickly. I haven't seen anything on United Cardists. And not really. I see they're selling more of that World Card series that funded on Kickstarter recently, and a bunch of other decks that have ended or failed to fund in many cases. Anything that's actually funding. Let's look at this. No. Firearm Inventors playing card decks. Definitely a project that was put out by an American. They did fund. This is some time ago, if I recall correctly. Definitely not my cup of tea. Horrible idea. And yeah, nothing going on. Then let's go on to other stuff that's going on. Art of Play has released another new deck, DKNG Training Wheels. It's a red mini version of a red wheel deck. I don't know why they need to release all the colors. Apparently it's available for a limited time only and while supplies last, and a limited edition. They were produced to be included in their or is it? It should say, yeah, produced exclusively for the holiday stocking. $10, not a bad price. I think they're cute. I will get it. I have ordered it. $45 for a stocking. Interesting. Moving on, House of Playing Cards. I did not get a chance to mention this last week, but because I saw it afterwards. Got the email after I had done the video. But I did put it in the description if anyone noticed. I don't know. Fort Knox they're back, it seems. How many times are these going to be sold out and then come back? Also, they're up to $26 each. Not a fan of this whole gimmick where every week it goes up $2. Next week it's going to be $28. By the start of the year it's going to be $30. Who the hell is even buying it at this price? I'm sure the sales have gone down the toilet at this point, but because the price keeps going up. For some reason, I guess he seems to think that's increasing the value of the decks. I don't think so. It's just a weird gimmick I'm not a fan of, and I hope it never happens again. More importantly, though, this has been released again. The Magic 8 Nuck playing cards, which was produced earlier this year for the Magic 8 company in China for the 15th anniversary, because Alex Pandrea loves pimping out NOC decks to everyone and anyone. I'm surprised USBC has not produced their own version of Nux at this rate. It says it's once they're gone forever. I'm pretty sure that's this exact same wording they had last time. It previously came out, I think it was in the summer. I missed out though, and they were sold out. But I saw the email, came here, got them. Still $15. It's still a bit pricey, but considering it's supposed to be limited, I think to 1,000, if I recall correctly, I figured why not. It's an interesting color. It does have a 15 of Hearts and Gaff card, so it's a little bit unique. It is marked for suits, and I mean it's an okay deck. For me, it's the complete listing. That's why I've overpaid, unfortunately, for the gold deck. Ended up placing 2 orders. I ordered this initially, then I reordered this with the gold deck, and I was going to cancel this one. Didn't happen. They shipped out both of them to me, not at the end of the world. If anyone's looking for a Magic 8 NOC deck, I'll have one available. But, you know, it's much completeness in me. I like to have, each one that comes out, unfortunately. And let's look at Murphy's. Few new things I'm going to look at. Or sort of new. Frozen Art of Cardistry. I think that's one that I already have and reviewed recently, I think. I think I got that review up. The blue colored Art of Cardistry deck. Red Gaff Rider deck, which I do have coming. Green Recurrence, which I also have coming. Maduro Gold and Silver. Verdier. Tigers. Hanya, we looked at before. Bunch of stuff here to look at. Very quickly. Some of them were Kickstarter decks. I think this one was on Kickstarter. Peacocks. The first deck by creator Roxana. Featuring art by Phil Smith. Phil Smith is the guy who designed the DMC Elites deck. It's not bad. It's an interesting back design and color. Not bad. Ace. The core cards, though, are standard. It's one that, I'll probably pick up from Gambler's Warehouse. Let me know if you do want me to pick it up and review it. This one I definitely will not pick up. Moai. I don't even know how you pronounce that word. It's got too many vowels. It's from Bokobo. I've seen it there before. I'm just not a fan of the artwork, the core cards, or the pips. I just have no interest in getting it. And the back design looks like the Art of Cardistry decks, basically. Like this one. It's basically the same back design as this one, which pretty sure is one I reviewed recently. Lit playing cards has a very simple back design that features basically this logo. You can kind of see it here. I don't have a dual classic. I'm pretty sure it's fairly basically standard faces. Oh, there you kind of see the back design right there. Very simple, kind of like a Win casino deck to some extent. It's not bad, I guess. I might end up getting it. Standard faces, double backer. Then there is the Dark Lords from DeVoe. There's a deluxe edition, which has a dual foil embossed box with foil on the inside. At first for any DeVoe deck, so that's interesting. Limited edition. Apparently, some of his previous decks were on Stanley's Superhumans. Fantastic. Also on Dude Perfect with Rick Smith Jr., which has over 76 million views. That being said, he hasn't sold 76 million decks, which means his decks are pretty horrible if he can't attract more than, a few thousand or a few hundred backers on his projects, despite all those eyeballs on it. And then there's the Standard Edition, which is basically the same. It's just a standard tuck case, which is probably one I end up getting just for cost efficiency. Basically, it's the same as the previous Lords, except that it's black faces. Not sure these pips work on the black, but it is what it is. Moving on, we got, Vice playing cards, which was on Kickstarter before. It's a unnecessary one-way back design, obviously inspired by Miami Vice and Miami in general. Standard recolored court cards. This one is one that I'm not going to pick up. That is for sure. Interesting approach to the pip store. It's not bad, I guess. And then there's Deluxe, which has a simple back design, which you see right here. standard faces, if I recall correctly. And this is one that I probably will pick up, if anything, because every dollar made goes to benefiting Team Primetime. Now, I'm not really familiar with Team Primetime, but it's for a good cause, so why not? Oh yes, this one has custom faces, actually. I saw it in the video, which I don't want to look at because of music in the video. Although I couldn't mute it, but stay tuned for the review. You'll see the court cards then. But suffice it to say, there's a kind of a peek at what they kind of look like, except they're mirror imaged. Actually, let's just look at it. Oh no, wait, I can't because I don't have Adobe apparently. If I search deluxe playing cards, I'm going to get 3 million hits. And it's just completely random decks. What is this? No, that's definitely not it. Yeah, I'm not going to find that deck by searching because every deck is deluxe apparently. What's this? Oh, that one. Anyway, I believe that is it for this week. Let's just quickly check out Bicycle Cards and a couple other sites. While we're at it, oops. Oh, was that my video? No, it's gotta be somebody else's video. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm just rambling a little bit. There's the jungle one, you see. It's, you know, it's one-way back design, but it kind of makes sense. Casino Royale Elite Edition now available. $50? Are you kidding me? There's no way in hell I would pay $50 or encourage anyone to pay $50 for that. $10 at most, $15 at most maybe, but $50? Are you out of your insane mind? Good grief. New. Nothing new on USPC's website. Apparently they still have these limited edition Reveal Tuck and Rainbow Gilded decks. But I never got them, of course. Still waiting to see that new Nocturne deck from Devata anywhere. I haven't seen it anywhere as of yet. Playing card decks has a bunch of new decks that are mostly decks we've seen on Murphy's Magic last week. Mono X, the Antagons, the Copic Neos, Hanya, Explode Star, and Split Spades Gold for $25. The Power Rangers deck, I'm a little bit disappointed. I see it here, it's available, it's $9.99, good price. I'm disappointed because I added it on to the Gorilla deck that Albino Dragon did not too long ago, and apparently, I don't know if that one's shipping or when it's going to ship, but hey, the Bicycle deck, the Power Rangers deck is available, yet, you know, I purchased for it, or added it on a while back, and I'm not going to get it until who knows when. But, it is what it is. Alright, I guess that's it for what's on deck. A lot of reviews to come. Lots of reviews to film. I'll try to get to that today and this weekend. That is that. I will be back on Sunday. If there's anything new to add, comment, rate, subscribe. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. I know it's a bit early for all this, but like I said, I don't know if I'll be doing any more videos like this year. So that's that. We'll see you next time with more. Thanks for watching. Hello everyone, I am back with a bit of an update just before I get this uploaded. I've gotten a bunch of deck reviews done. I still have 14 more at the moment to do, which I plan on doing right after this. So this is what's, you can see what's coming up. Whole bunch of stuff from a whole bunch of different companies. Let me know if there's any you want to see specifically first, and I will get them to you. And I mean, there's still more that I still have to record. A couple of new things on Kickstarter. First, the Bicycle Reverie from Barry, don't have a last name, somebody. It is exactly 100% funded right now, 19 days to go. 2 bicycle branded decks. And they're not half bad, I would say. Much like his previous decks, they all have influences from various Asian cultures. All his previous decks. These ones are related to Chinese. Traditional Chinese tragicomedy, as it says, a play named the Peony Pavilion, which is a Chinese opera, a form of Chinese opera called Kung Ku. I hope that's how you pronounce it. And it basically tells a love story between 2 figures, love stories. They lived throughout the time. This is from 1598 is when it was written, this love story. It's still a thing in China. All sorts of different figures on the court cards. And they also have elements of traditional ink wash paintings incorporated, especially in the aces. 2 different VAT designs. One of them is marked, one of them is not. The unmarked one, you see here on the right, incorporates different Chinese elements like fans and silks. And the other one that's marked is a simpler, more elegant option. Both have 2,500 decks being printed, bicycle branded, good quality USB-C decks. This one, you can see, is borderless, looks pretty good in fans and forces, 2-way fanning deck. And it's not half bad looking compared to some of his previous decks. I haven't always been a fan of his decks. And you see the aces, beautiful as well, with like cherry blossoms and whatnot. The court cards on this deck are 1-way. They're okay. I mean, they're pretty nice. And of course, custom pips. The other one that's marked looks like this. It's got a more simple back design. It's got a hidden marking system, not like some of those decks where it just basically tells you point blank what the hell it is, which is fine. It's easy to read, and this one might be hard to read. I don't know, it depends exactly how the system works. And this one has 2-way mirror image court cards, which in my opinion look much better than the other deck. And here you see explaining the marking system a little bit. It's pretty hidden in there. Very nice. I do like them, and they're funded. I just hope they're not going to be selling for like 30 or 40 bucks like they usually do afterwards. And then there's one more which actually does not show up here for some reason. It was showing up earlier when I searched. It's no longer showing up here. It is the Premier playing cards, which is all sorts of wrong. They're not showing us any artwork except the back design, which is a bunch of cubism, an infinity symbol, a line that goes right to the edge, and that's about it. And you can see a bit of a Joker, which just looks very simple. This is designed by a 15-year-old kid in Paris, which is fine, except that I'm not a fan of 15-year-old kids running playing card projects on Kickstarter because they don't know what the hell they're doing. And this one just says that, just proves my point, really. 45 days for this project is excessive. I've always felt, if you can't fund a project in a few days, couple of weeks, then it's not going to fund. And you should always, always go in with the goal of, this deck is awesome, it's going to fund immediately, or this week, and not, it's going to need 45 days to fund. $6,000 goal, and guess what? $100 each. Are you out of your frickin' mind? There's no way this is worth 50 bucks. There is 60 available, which means if he sells all 60, fat chance that's going to happen, he will be exactly 100% funded. I believe somebody pointed out that before he was only offering 50 decks, which means that there was zero chance he could reach the funding goal. At $100 times 50, that's $5,000. So he's changed that, so at least now he can actually hit the goal, but the chance of that happening is not going to happen. Apparently he wants to produce via bicycle, He doesn't specifically say USB-C. And he doesn't show you anything. You want to sell a deck on Kickstarter, you got to show us the cards. And I checked the video. He does not show us anything. If he spent all this time designing a deck, it's completely custom and unique, he should show us that. He has not done that. He has offered me no proof that he's actually designed anything except the back design. I am not going to give him $100. I'm not giving a 15-year-old kid zero experience on Kickstarter, zero experience producing decks of cards, zero proof that he's designed anything outside from a back design. There's very little information on who's producing it except that he mentions bicycle. I'm not giving him $100. Are you out of your freaking mind? No chance in hell. There's one more deck I'm going to mention. I might have mentioned before, I don't remember. This is on jpgames.ltd.co.uk, JP Games in the UK. It's a new Lux Mandala deck. It's very nice. I'll show you some images here. Beautiful custom aces. A nice borderless bat design. Nice number cards and everything. Jokers. Very simple. And there is also an image of a court card, which is a nice traditional looking court card, but custom. Printed by Legends. It's designed by Alvin Cheng, aka formerly Shishu. He has not done anything in a while. The last ones that he did, he was not able to produce, and I'm not sure if he actually ever got around to refunding everyone. But it's a very beautiful deck, premium pearlescent tuck box with bronze foil logo and numbered seal. Only 1,000 being produced. Were produced, and it's on the Legends Finish Elite Finish. So that is that. Like I said, I might have mentioned this one before, I'm not sure. Comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time with more. After, I will be back before the end of the year. I'll probably have a video up on the 31st, I want to say, not 100%. Anyways, see you next time. And, happy holidays.